Poobity scoop. Fucking thing. There you go. Please lower that so I can hear myself think. Thank you, Raul. We got Raul in the sound station today. Shout out Raul. Raul. Tainted meat. Tainted meat. What up, G? Huge package. The hell does that mean? The hell does that mean the huge package has arrived? What are you talking about? It's Big Boss Mike. What you talking? Chillin'. Good morning. What up, Wonder Dad? Seamus Boss Nova's here. Mozart, what up? Huge package. The fuck you saying, man? They go up as soon as you sell your holdings? Well, I'm never selling. I ain't fucking leaving. I'll tell you that, so I guess the number's never going up. We need to start a gang. It's too early to be talking about gangs, bro. I had my coffee. Coffee doesn't do nothing. Coffee's light work, but I had like the left half over of this. No, I ain't fucking leaving. I ain't fucking leaving. Not happening. They could try with all their might. Not happening. No. Yo from Las Vegas. Shout out Las Vegas. Guys, do me a solid, hit the like button real quick. It takes 3 seconds. I think you could spare 3 seconds, right? You understand. Yeah, 23 people in here, 9 likes. Something's fishy. A little too fishy. 190. I'm sick of this 190. I will admit, I'm very sick of the 190. We were at 240 like a week ago. That was a beautiful day. That thing was just running. It ran from like 178 all the way up to 240. But nothing, just one random day. Which, I don't know if that's really random because it coordinated, which is weird. I remember it coordinated with the record-breaking ETF inflow for the XRP ETF. It broke some record that day, and then it ran. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily cool. I don't know what to believe anymore, you know. Holy real pull? What does that mean? What up, like fishing? The real? Morning, Mike. What up, Crypto Cheese? Yo, shout out Cheese. I like chocolate milk. If you know that reference, you're a goat. I like chocolate milk. Broke records. And then my heart. Breaking ankles and breaking hearts on the court. Yes, it's been 190 for ages. Yo, this thing's more stable than some stable coins, fucking for real. We'll get to the news. We'll give people a minute to stroll on in. And then it's go time. It means I refreshed my homepage and you showed up. Yo, that's awesome, dude. Finally, the frickin' algorithm doing something useful instead of feeding people bullshit. I get random videos like I don't even know. Andrew Smokes, dude. Andrew Smokes is a legend. If you know Andrew Smokes, shout out. No tats? What are you talking about, no tats? What are you even talking about, Dark Matt? What? Morning. What up, pale moonlight? Dancing in the moonlight. If you guys missed yesterday morning's stream, sorry to say you can't go back and watch the VOD because they took it down. Well, they didn't take it down. They just blocked it everywhere. They're like, oh, we'll partially block your video. But by that, they mean the United States, where 80+% of you guys are watching from. So XRP to the moon very soon, guys. Buckle up. You know how many years people have been saying that? But yet again, I'm not complaining. I mean, I am complaining a little bit because we all just wanted the number go up at the end of the day for anything you're holding. But copyright, something copyright. So you guys missed out. You guys got an exclusive stream yesterday because no one can go back and watch it. I saw that Wayner Bros BS. What are you talking about? Thinking about investing into stable coins, says Dirty Dan. It doesn't sound too bad of a strategy. I'm keeping it real. You know? If you were in stable coins instead of Bitcoin, you would have at least held your money. See, I've seen some prediction for June. I mean, those types of statements don't even mean anything. Like, I also, I'm not like attacking you or nothing, but it's just like, I mean, people just throw everything out at the fucking... They throw everything out there. I also saw a prediction that said by December... I also saw a prediction that by the end of last year, we would have been at $100. Why did you redact your message? Now I need... Oh, there you go. In Germany, XRP is considered a private asset, making long-term holdings over 1 year completely tax-free. Wouldn't that be lovely? But here over in the States, they want to bend you over, literally, and they want to have their way with you. You work fucking months out of the year to fund the corruption. It's insane. It's such a disgrace. All of it is so crazy. But it's, I don't know, man. Okay, cheek busters. What the fuck you saying? Abraham. Shout out to Abraham Lincoln, bro. Seen Germany is giving long-term holders 0 tax. Oh, Wonder Dad said that too, my bad. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? That's just me, not good with internet names. Taxed on your already taxed money. They tax your car. They literally everything is taxed multiple times. It's even more so because the hidden inflation on top of it. Insane. It is a disgrace. We're all slaves to fun. Dude, it's not even like... It's crazy because if you did tell people... If you just time traveled back to 1980 and you could tell everybody back then that, okay, there's going to be this thing called like a phone. It's a black mirror, essentially. And everybody is aware that it's all corrupt to the very center of it. All of it. In your face, they're stealing your money. Everybody knows. And they've known for a while now. But nothing happens. Nothing happens. I don't even know what they would say back then. They'd be like, why aren't people why aren't people... I don't know. You got to be careful about talking about this shit. YouTube is not free speech. Bro, the Canadian gov is trying to implement a home equity tax on unrealized gains. It never ends, dude. All these places are fucking penetrated by the WEF. Literally, we penetrate the cabinets. He fucking says it. He said it out loud. It's not even like it's that hard to find out, because you guys were telling me that Mark Carney used to be involved with the central banks to some capacity. He was an ex-central banker, and he's WEF. We've seen that. If you guys are from Canada, how did you feel about that Pierre guy? I remember that Pierre guy was running for a little bit. Yet again, I don't trust any politician, but I don't know. I think it's all just kind of like the illusion of freedom, you know? What up? Everyone's strolling in. We got 74 people watching, and we have 29 likes. That is no bueno. That's no bueno. We got to make it muy bueno. You got to hit that like button, drag your thumb over there. I know. It's such hard work. Hard work. We live in a one world communist system. It's not corrupt government. It's a corrupt government. Yeah, it's the one world government, dude. It's the illusion of choice. That's the only way to keep kicking the can down the road. I liked Pierre, but he's a grifter, bro. They're all puppets. Nothing ever changes. That's true. It's very true. It's so scary that like everyone's just been, it's just in everyone's faces and nothing gets done about it. They got everyone. They got everybody pacified. It's so unfortunate. 1071, what does that mean? Tax on tax, then stealth tax. Insane. Fucking, they want to tax you breathing. Unbelievable. I think most people ate asleep and believe the lie or freedom. It's just if they, it's just all a scam. It's so unfortunate. It's all a scam. No one can afford anything. No one can buy a house. You could be making good money, and you're still out there living paycheck to paycheck at this point. Everyone is not mentally, sharp as they could be. We're all dumbed down. to a certain capacity. Our fucking brains are fried, bro. Dopamine receptors fried. It's insane. We sit all day, so like all of our, we're just kind of in a constant state just because of our body, a fucking fight or flight, because everything is like, you don't realize how bad sitting all day every day really is for you. It's awful for you. Resist government taxes by not breathing. That's what they want, dude. Once the Terminators are here, there's no reason to keep us. We're out the door. One sec. Okay. Starmer, Trump's best pal. Really? Is that true? Or are you just saying that? We literally all have microplastics in our balls. We have that. We have metals, all sorts of other toxic, whatever the hell you can even say. Everything. It's a constant assault on the mind and body. Everything's poisoned. You drink water, there's fucking fluoride in it, there's chlorine in it, there's metals in it, like microplastics if you buy from the store. Unless you do, they should arsenic in the candy. I mean, all the poison in the American fucking food, literally all of it. You flip over a fucking bag of Pop-Tarts, all sorts of food dyes and everything, that all shit that's proven to not be good for you, and there's no need to have any of it in there. Look into the chelation therapy. It filters your blood. Yo, I've been seeing that. I think I saw Dana White talk about it, and then I had a video I was going to show in one of my videos the other day of Kevin O'Leary going over there. They go to like Dubai or something. He was getting it done. There's a video of it. I think I saw Dana talking about it. There's even death taxes. It never fucking ends, dude. It never ends. The fact that income tax is even a thing is so disgusting. Morning, triple beam. Tax your wage, tax your food, tax the trash, tax your food, tax the shit you take, tax the house you own. I mean, that's the sad reality when you kind of just like realize you will own nothing. And well, you definitely won't be happy, but we already don't own anything, you know? I guess houses in particular, but that's what I'm saying. They could tax these nuts, bro. I mean, they already do. They tax everybody's nuts, bro. The cojones. Yeah, we got 74 people watching right now. We got 50 likes. Let's get those likes up. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Where are we at? Tax the things you own every year. Nobody owns shit, bro. Nobody owns shit. They're gonna tax the tax. Yo, the fucking taxes got taxed, man. There's no fucking way to escape it. What Dana White and O'Leary did is a little more high end. They how do I say that word? Oxygenate, I think, your blood and fill it with crucial minerals and vitamins while filtering it. Super neat. Everyone should do it. Yeah, Dana White scared me because when he was talking about it, he said they like stick it in your jugular or something, and I'm like, no, I don't like needles anyway. I don't want a fucking needle in my neck. How can we be 15 years in and only at 189? Yeah. Oh, I thought your name was Pierce Morgan, dude. He's beefing with Sneeko right now, but I mean, it's all price manipulation at the end of the day, in my mind, you know. But yet again, it's like, look at the number you should kind of be paying attention to is the total market cap in the crypto kind of space. It's around 3 trillion. They're talking this thing growing to 10 trillion plus, you know, in the not so distant future. All the money. It's not price manipulation, he says. Then what is it? I would love to know. It's a mix of, in my mind, price manipulation, keeping it in the shadows, and it's all about supply and there is no demand. I mean, that's definitely part of it. It's definitely part of it, but I think this is a much more coordinated effort, world to stage type thing. Yet again, when we're seeing all these documents and Brad brushing shoulders with the BIS and Stellar even having a table there in bed with the digital euro, like they got too many things going on where if this thing is supposed to be what it truly is, setting out to be, They got to keep this under the radar. There's not enough demand, I guess, because they want to keep I'd imagine they'd want to keep the price low before, again, all this shit in place. 80% is still sitting on exchange, and then the monthly escrow dilutes and limits the price. I don't know if that's entirely accurate. Yeah, I don't know if that's entirely accurate. I get what you're saying, though, but I'm not going to keep going back and forth. Trying to scare all normies out of it. I just don't think anyone actually even realizes any of this is going on, bro. It's a very, very small subset of people who even know what XRP is, let alone just crypto as a whole. You go around and ask people about crypto. They don't, maybe they would know what Bitcoin, the name, but Ripple holding price back, I think it's much more forces. Much other darker, larger forces. Ripple might be the IMF. I mean, we've seen them dabbling around with the IMF. Might see a slight pump on Thursday. Don't count. I wouldn't hold your breath. Thursday, I imagine, is going to be a big nothing burger. We got the Fed meeting today at 2:30. They're probably not going to change rates. Clarity Act. I even got a clip. I've seen Patrick Witt. Yet again, everyone's like, oh my God, is he getting voted on Thursday? It's getting voted on Thursday. No, it's not. And even Patrick Witt, he's like, we're a couple of months away. There's still bullshit they got to do. Even if they can't meet a full-on compromise on tomorrow. It's tomorrow, right? On tomorrow. Then they can send half of it back to the House, and then it goes back, and then they got to commingle, and then they got to do this, and then they got to do that. He even said, he goes, well, probably a couple months out. Unbelievable. It's not unbelievable, but they're useless. Useless. Because they don't actually work for us. But if I see another video saying, you have 2 days until it moons, I'm losing my shit, you should just block accounts like that. I think silver is still hovering around where it was at. Yeah, around 113. It hit 117, came back, bing, 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 bounce. Couple of days, I imagine we'd break 170. Oh, well, maybe not till next week. Love your content. Appreciate that, Peter. Hey, Peter. Gold was still moving. I mean, they're both still moving. Gold is up fucking 3.69% today. Up 188. I don't think those yeah, maybe we get pullbacks. Now my feed is definitely becoming more and more of people saying that the metals have topped. I said it before. Yeah, maybe a pullback is kind of due, but be home till oh, okay. Shit. Bought some more gold just this morning. Shout out Denny. Just don't be nervous if we get a sharp pullback. You know, that could be in store. Just because everything that goes up typically comes down. But yet again, I think the general two major U.S. banks just raised their price targets for gold for this year, and even it still seemed conservative, bro. You know we're screwed. Florida in the 20, it's over. Wait, what do you mean? Agree. The timeline for crypto is 2030. Don't expect anything till then. Until then, we're at the end, or at the beginning of the end. So, yeah, I mean, I think we even saw that they said out loud that they're still behind on their timeline for 2030. I think they even said that, but this year, dude, all of 2025 was just building partnerships for all sorts of different projects. And this year, I see this year being implementation. Like the whole last year was so much infrastructure being built and pieces moving on the chessboard for that inevitable kind of checkmate. You know, you got to set the board before you fucking nail them. And these guys, well, I guess especially Ripple, but other people too. Fucking Hedera, all that shit. Hedera, Chainlink, all these guys. Solana. Ethereum. Fidelity is launching their, they just announced they're launching a stablecoin on Ethereum today. They announced this. That Tether just launched USAT. That was one that I was really keeping my eye on because I didn't think the crypto market was going to move at all until Tether. Because Tether isn't, they're all kind of extensions of the governments, but Tether specifically being in bed with Cantor and the Lutniks, that is very much, and Bitcoin, that's all that same sphere. So once those guys seem to be in position, I think the likelihood that we move is more likely. People now think March, if we don't get this government shutdown, which is supposed to happen in a couple of days unless we can get that settled, the tariff rulings are still being held over everybody's head. It's spectacular. They delayed it time and time and time and time again. Still fucking waiting around on that. Guess I'm trying to diversify. Never financial advice, metals, utility, cryptos, a couple of solid companies, maybe, you know, like a fucking S&P, that type of shit. Kind of all you can do. Where else you putting your money? Where else you putting it that's going to be safer than, you know? In my mind, I think it's just that. I think it's metals and utility, digital assets. That's just my crack. You could maybe invest in some crack. I wouldn't advise that because I'm not a financial advisor, but the time to get into good PM positions was 5 years ago. So many people FOMOing in right now. That's exactly what I'm going to cover once we start getting the show going. Even though it's been 20 minutes, but I just like whatever. I go live. I don't have a general plan of what I'm going to do on the live. I'm just talking to the community, bro. Just talking to the community. We'll get to some stories. We'll vibe. I might have to go get some more milk and make another coffee. Or a Monster. Guys, what should I get? Put a 1 in the chat if I should make another coffee. Or a 2 in the chat if I go get a fresh, crispy, cold Monster. Because this is empty. If I get a crisp, cold Monster. That honestly kind of sounds like the move. No, dude. Why do you guys want me to get coffee, man? I gave you guys the illusion of choice, but I think I'm going to pick the Monster. I think I'm going to pull exactly what Larry Fink and shit do to all of us. Give you the illusion of choice, but nah, it's going to be the Monster. Monster is really bad for you. Antifreeze would be better. I do have some windshield wiper fluid in the back. I could drink that instead. I know Monster's bad for you. All the fun vices are bad for you, bro. Smoking. Like I might as well roll up a little J. I might as well do that too. You know, if you're gonna do it, you got to go all the way. My philosophy with that is 1, you got to enjoy life, obviously. 2, you got to limit it. I've been really bad with a lot of bad habits lately, but countering it with like all the healthy habits, bro. Movement every day, weightlifting, running, cardio, just for literally the health benefits of cardio. Not really trying to drop weight, just being active, you know. Eating healthy where you can, eating some superfoods, vitamins, vitamin D, get outside. Puff, puff, pass. I might have to do that, dude. I didn't come prepared this morning. I don't have one rolled up. It's going to be another 4 years in 2030. May as well smoke. That's what I'm saying. You got to enjoy the journey up until then. Roll one up while on stream. I might have to. It's going to be another... Oh. For the average 9 to 5 person, these are very high prices. If you have nothing, then yeah, it makes sense, but not for mass strategic accumulation. It's like trying to buy XRP at $100 plus. So then my question, Angelo of Hogwarts, shout out Hogwarts. So then my question to you is, what do you think we get really that much of a pullback in the metals? And if so, like what do you think we pull back to? Because yet again, in my mind, okay, yeah, we experience maybe a violent pullback, maybe, but yet again, the general theme of the year, I see the prices being pretty much, I mean, you got even the major banks raising their price targets. Yet again, you can't trust the main banks, but even still, if this is where everyone's flocking to because the dollar is going like this, I don't know. My mom won't let me watch Mike if he's going to roll weed. Fucking damn it. God damn it. I won't show it. I'm a bong rip guy. Yeah, I never been a bong rip guy. I never been that kind of guy. You're not that guy, pal. Don't do it, you'll get canceled again. Quit 2 years ago, sad face. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I mean, I would hide it off camera if I was gonna do it. I wouldn't be like rolling one on stream like this, like a fucking circus monkey. Get some king palm, dude. I fucking love king palm. Yo, I got king palms on deck. Those used to be my go-tos. Used to be. But then I definitely noticed they create a harsher smoke than something just like a raw paper after doing both for a long time. So I've been liking the raw cones lately again, but a king palm every once in a while. The vibe of a king palm, because it feels like a cigar. I like the structure of a king palm. MIO general upward trend, slight pullback soon. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, rock cones are just like they're the de facto. I mean, there's nothing else you could really do except the king palm. Every once in a while, if you're gonna be with the homies, you know, you get a nice king palm. They got like a king size one. That's crazy. Yet his mom makes him walk by bums smoking fetty. What the fuck does that mean? Smoking fetty. Backwood ain't bad. Everyone's got a preference. We call XRP King Pong now. What the fuck? The brewski. Like the stream. Yes, I appreciate that. My mom won't let me watch Mike. That's funny. Go big or go home, says SHB. Old schools. Oh, dude, not a swish of sweet. What, dude? You kidding me? You shitting my ass, bro? Right. All right, we got 91 people in the stream. But you notice something? That doesn't seem right. There's only 69 likes. There's only 69, man. Everywhere you go now, people be smoking fent on the street. They be hitting you with the fent lean. Hitting you with the fent lean, baby. Hitting that fucking Michael Jackson where he leans on his toes and shit. But they be doing it the opposite way. Coin shops won't buy spot price. They're expecting a pullback. Fuck them. They are going to buy my silver. They're going to buy my silver for what they're paying in China. They will pay me 123 or nothing. But I'm not selling. I ain't fucking leaving. I'm not leaving yet. The hell I think you'd be stupid to sell now. But yet again, you're never stupid to take profits, but yet again, you're taking profits in the exact thing we're witnessing of the currency going to zero. So it's just a matter of like take those profits and I guess move them maybe either to gold or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's any such thing really as taking profits anymore, because if you're profiting into the fucking currency going, or just devaluing like crazy. Is metal dealers are going to go down? I don't know what you're saying, but they're going down. They're going down like Donkey Kong, bro. Everywhere you go, people smoking Fent. Somebody's ooh. Full House is one of the greatest shows of all time. Not even a hot take, it's just facts. But rolling one up on stream is a problem. I bet his parents drink like fishes. Wait, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you saying? You're talking about my parents? What are you even saying? That's better than 67 likes. That is true. I'd go outside. They're just the middlemen. Full House of Fent, dude. Next week on Full House of Fent. Projecting. Oh, you guys can also hit the... change it to live chat instead of top chat. Because YouTube sucks and they do that. Choose one, shrooms or DMT. I mean, I would maybe say DMT only because I've done shroomies before and I like them, but I would want to experience the different... Homie who said his parents won't let him watch you if you roll one up. I think he's just fucking around, I think. I would assume. Imagine it's like some 7-year-old kid watching this. My mommy won't let you. I don't know. I've looked at the age demographic of this channel before, and a lot of people are above the age of 40. I think that's majority of the people watching the channel, which is crazy to think. That's awesome, though.
Mommy, you won't let me watch Mike because he's rolling a fucking doobie on the counter.
39. When the Clarity Act will get passed, how do you think it will affect prices of XRP? I expect some point this year it gets done. Whether that ends up being, here we go, blink of an eye, we fast forward, we're now back at Thanksgiving for 2026, and maybe then they get it passed. However it ends up happening. I would expect a run up prior, because I would expect all the insiders to know what's coming. So I think whenever we see a violent move, I expect anticipation, and then it would get passed. That's just, I don't know, that's just me thinking, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Whenever we are expecting something to have a certain outcome, it never happens. I wonder if a lot of this is priced in But I don't know, man. Do we listen to Tom Lee? Tom Lee also said, dude, he's a fucking idiot. He also said, remember, he's like, oh, the end of January, I think Bitcoin can hit 200,000. He said by the end of January. Every time he opens his mouth, it's a bunch of bullshit. I can't wait till Ondo, though. That kid will be rich as fuck, though. Smart crypto kid. Still waiting to try DMT. Shrooms are awesome. Oh, shrooms are awesome ain't even the right word, dude. They're fantastical. I don't know. But DMT definitely does seem more. I would want to try it. For sure. I hate Tom Lee. If you like Tom Lee, you can leave the chat right now. I'm sorry to say. Like, yeah, freedom to like who you want to like, but Tom Lee is just no bueno. I'm joking. People really will get like triggered about that. I love Tom Lee. I want to stay. Then fucking stay. Like Tom Lee, have Tom Lee lead you into the slaughter. Yo, what about the crazy Jay Claver predictions? Expecting an oil spike from the Strait of Hormuz close, and now we got 2 aircraft carriers going there. Oh my god, the aircraft carriers are going to Iran. What about digital outlooks? Screw them too. Nah, I like coffee chat. I did see some news about the Strait of Hormuz. He's been talking about that for a while now. I did see that. It was inevitable that that was the next target, bro. You know, you never let a good crisis go to waste. Everything's so kind of destabilized over there. That's kind of when you would strike, in my mind. And the Venezuela capture definitely seems like a chessboard move. You do that first, and then you go there. It seems exactly what's going on. So I don't know. Yet again, no matter what happens geopolitically or whatever, in my mind, and apparently the BISs and Tether and everybody who's accumulating it, I think the gold is gonna kind of be at the core. Gold at the core, maybe. Guessing that'd be hard to get a hold of in the UK. I don't know. What if we're just unpaid blockchain builders? I mean, what do they need us for after all the rails are built? We could just be futuristic slaves. Well, remember Jeremy Allaire at Davos? He was talking about, there was a bunch of people talking about it, but the AI agents and just the constant, unfathomable stream of just automated AI transactions going back and forth with the AI agents. He was talking crazy predictions. Amazon just laid off 16,000 people. Now, whether that was bloat or robotics or AI taking those jobs, I don't know. I didn't look deeper into it, but that's a lot. We did see some articles a couple of months ago talking about that yeah, AI and robotics. These humans are out of here. Especially if Judy Shelton comes in and brings us back to the future. I've just recently been seeing things on Judy Shelton that we're going to get into. Keep grinding, be patient, and one day will happen. Then you could tell your employers that you're kicking rocks. Dude, you could fight your employers. Judy! That was the first thing I thought of when I saw the name Judy Shelton on my timeline. I was like, yo, was that the Judy? But no, it's not the Judy. It's some other Judy. Are you more a 5-7 XRP guy or a 10? In the nearer term, I am definitely, I think I said it, $5 to $8. Maybe this year, maybe like this year more 5, I would guess, than 8, but in that general realm in the nearer term. But years and years and years out, of course I could see that. Yet again, if it's, I think they got too much momentum. I think they got too much momentum right now and too much underlying infrastructure built. But you never know. You never know. But in my mind, they seem very well positioned, and the ledger seems very well positioned right now. Especially with it's timing wise is unbelievable that February 4th is when the permission dexes and permission domains go live, and February 3rd. And February 3rd is when Ondo starts, and then also in February is XRP Community Day, and also towards the end of February is going to be the exclusive Mar-a-Lago conferences with all the important people in AI and crypto and financials. It's always weird. I don't know. It's always jam-packed with positive news, but I don't know. Not go back down to $2. 99% of crypto is going to go bye-bye, be holding the right ones. I mean, that's always been the case. People investing in fucking FUPA and Dogecoin and stupid shit. Diarrhea coin. Idiots, dude. Are they voting on the Clarity Act? Tomorrow's a markup. Potential markup for the Clarity Act. Don't hold your breath. It's still going to be a month or two at the minimum away from any actual traction on that. We need to go back to the gold standard. It can be in cryptocurrency kind of way. Judy Shelton. I mean, it just seems, oh, Bitcoin's digital gold. I mean, okay, but you don't got the third party involved in that, because when they talk about tokenized gold, you still got to rely on the third party. But the mainstream flood coming to Bitcoin, in my mind, is going to be ETFs. So the whole argument of no third party involved is out the door. If majority of the volume is going to be ETFs, that just doesn't hold. I don't know. It boggles my mind. A crazy correlation to the bagpipe thing is that it's also the day that Jupiter goes direct with the last time. What the fuck, dude? What the hell? Jupiter make you stupider. Couldn't Ripple go another direction from XRP, though? I mean, I guess they could. It doesn't seem likely or smart at all for why they would do that at all. I mean, technically, I guess anything's possible. Anything. Fucking aliens could come tomorrow, and not Project Bluebeam. Like, the legit aliens could be here. Who knows? I love how they throw that out. They always throw that out for a distraction. Trusted third parties have to be involved. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just that's what it's gonna be. I like when DAI talks about that. He goes, if you really thought this industry was never gonna be touched, or like you were never gonna be touched, and it truly was gonna be a libertarian thing, they can never get me, you're delusional. Delusional to the finest degree. Clarity Act going to expose the skinny dippers. That's when the tide goes out, I guess. Shout out skinny dipping. Yo, Alex Cab is here. 3 Bs. And then March is, Bagpipe Day and National Paper Money Day. So that could get interesting, I guess. That's what the Bearable Guy thing fucking points to. The Bearable Guy meme showed the Bagpipe Day, the March 10th, the day. Oh, that's the day Jupiter stops going backwards in our sky and starts going forward. Pretty tough. So if we gotta wait basically one more full month, yes, I'm okay with that. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit here and scream at the TV till the price goes up? I'll be literally dead. I'll be literally dead on the floor. The Bearable is a guy blacklisted long ago. What? Y'all think we're going to see the JP and reverse carry trade effects, or are they going to band-aid it again? I mean, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Just keep dollar cost averaging. That's all you could do. At the end of the day, that's all you could do. He's trash like Bitcoin Ben. Best days to buy XRP are 6 days before a full moon. If that's true, that's interesting. It's interesting. It is called every bottom. I'll have to look at that on a chart. Wait, what is your picture? Wait, let me see what your picture is. What is that? What a channel. Dude, it is that. It's the guy from... Oh, dude, what is he from? The pickaxe guy. Is he from Heat Miser, or is that from Rudolph? I remember that guy. I've always heard millionaires watch the charts and billionaires watch the stars. Yeah, I mean, they are insane. Yeah, it's from Rudolph, yeah. Heat Miser was good, too. I forget the name of that movie, though. A Christmas Story, some shit like that. Funny. Oh, I gotta look to the stars, huh? Is what you're telling me? That's unfortunate. I do want to go stargazing, though. Super bad. All right, guys. Hit the like button real quick. Hit the like button real quick, por favor. I use the moon phases on my chart, and I wait for the right days to buy, sell. Interesting. I want to look more into that, just to see what it looks like. Sell 6 days before a new moon usually works out. Yeah, that's the key word. Usually. It works until it doesn't, you know. Just like everything. Nothing's 100%. Nothing's 100% foolproof. I'm not that you're saying that, but thanks, Mike. Thanks for what? You're going to get tired of winning. Oh, I'm tired already, Denny. I'll tell you that. There's definitely correlation. Is there a good, I don't know, if any of you guys can or have access to like a verifiable kind of chart that has an overlay of the moon things and you could tag me on Twitter, I would look at it. Just if you have it on hand, but if not, don't worry about it. Waters Above does the same, and he isn't always right. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired of winning, Denny. I'm tired of it, man. Sick of the winning. You're gonna be. Oh wait. Donnie is live right now talking about the Trump accounts, something like that. Getting people started. I don't know. 99.999. We keep going sideways. Yeah, I think we see a lot more sideways movement, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, guys, I'm going to go grab a monster. I'll be... I'm dead, Pa. I'm dead. All right. All right. Enough of the bullshit. Let's get it going. Pop one of these. Pop one of these. 42 minutes of just hooting and hollering. Sorry. Vibing. Is he getting a monster or making one? You better watch your sweet Pippi. Better watch your sweet Pippi. Fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. All right. Okay. At 7:20. All right. Mind freak. Are you ready? Okay. So Judy Shelton. You guys were telling me Judy Shelton is a former Trump economic advisor. And this guy, Kuji, said, Judy Shelton, the collapse this morning in the value of the greenback is a moment to find the right leader for the Federal Reserve. Bearable Guy said onward and upward. And she also said onward and upward, so everyone's freaking out. But she re-quote tweeted this one and said, Thanks for the nice reminder from great colleagues in response to what this guy said, and he included Bearable Guy. So big booty Judy. So everyone's saying, oh my God, she loves Bearable Guy. I think she's more referring to this video of people talking about her on Fox, but that is interesting. I don't know. So everyone's freaking out. Judy is like a potential Federal Reserve chair, all this stuff. She loves Bearable Guy. She is Bearable Guy. Who knows? Okay. So this guy, Cobb said, personally, I think the Clarity Act is XRP's golden ticket. And then this guy chimes in and he goes, personally, I think Ripple payments sourcing liquidity from the on-chain XRPL DEX and Ripple Prime settle and post-trade on the XRP ledger are XRP's golden tickets. Long-term view. Shout out long-term view thinking. So then Luke from Ripple, he said, Prime underrated. We need more centralized sexes, I guess I'll say that, to support XRPL inventory. Working on it. Besides sex support, it sounds stupid. Are there any other XRPL-based technological roadblocks you're focusing on to make XRPL ready for Ripple Prime? Is it privacy? Confidential transfers? MPT DEX support? All of it? And then Luke, he's saying all of it, man. No, it's not a 0 and 1 answer. Some flows may be able to move without certain parts of that stack, but having all would definitely enable maximum design space for all flows. And then Bill. Eventually, once it can source liquidity from the XRPL DEX without risk of regulatory non-compliance, and then this is where the amendments are coming in. We know since XRPL Apex that this is the major blocker right now, and the solution is credentials, permission domain, and permission DEX. And Bill is going, and if it was a roadblock for Ripple, it will definitely be a block for any other institution that may wish to use the XRPL DEX. The privacy has always been kind of the main shebang, as we know. And here we go with Donnie. Donnie chiming in on the dollar. This is such a mess.
value of the dollar. Do you think it's declined too much?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the value of the dollar. Look at the business we're doing. No, dollar's doing great.
Dollar's doing great. Then pull up the chart of it at its 4-year low. It's a never-ending story, man. Yeah, the dollar's great. It's doing. I mean, cause like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? No, we're screwed. We're screwed. We're trying our best to not have everybody be screwed. That's never gonna happen. I wanted to see what this guy is talking about Japan and the Fed potentially intervening and all this sort of stuff.
So the Bank of Japan is stuck. They need to raise rates to fight this inflation. But if they raise rates too fast, they blow up their $10 trillion debt bomb and trigger a massive carry trade unwind that crashes global markets. So it's a no-win situation. And so that's why the Federal Reserve here in the US is trying to stop this from happening. And they're going to do this by printing more dollars and destroying the US dollar even more. On top of all of this, Japan has a demographic crisis that's very, very difficult right now. Japan's population peaked in 2010 at 128 million. Today, it's around 125 million and falling. By 2050 projections show it could drop below 100 million. That's like losing the equivalent of the entire population of Texas in a few decades. The median age in Japan is now 49 years old. They have more people over 65 than under 15. I just read this crazy stat that shows that Japan now sells more adult diapers than baby diapers. Now, why does this matter for the debt situation? Well, again, it's directly related. You cannot grow your way out of debt with a shrinking workforce. Fewer workers means less tax revenue. Less tax revenue means you can't pay down debt, and more retirees means more spending on healthcare and pensions. It's a vicious cycle, and there's no easy way out. Okay, so what does this mean for your portfolio? First, understand this. If the US and other nations step in to help Japan defend its currency, we could see coordinated dollar selling. This has happened before. Look up the Plaza Accord of 1985. Multiple countries got together and agreed to weaken the dollar against the yen. If that happens again, even in a smaller, less formal way, very, very bearish for the US dollar, which is already collapsing. But it's very, very bullish for a few select assets. Gold and silver, of course, this won't be a shock to you. Precious metals love a weaker dollar. If we get coordinated intervention that pushes the dollar down, gold and silver could continue to rip. Bitcoin and crypto, same logic. Crypto has been trading as a risk asset and a dollar hedge. Dollar weakness equals crypto strength. Sometimes it takes a while for excess dollars to flow into crypto because people are worried about the different crypto cycles. But long term, if you just look at the correlation between more dollars in the system and Bitcoin going up, well, it's very obvious. And then international stocks, a weaker dollar makes foreign earnings worth more when converted back, so companies with international exposure could benefit. Then there's commodities broadly. More commodities are priced in dollars. Dollar down equals commodities up. Of course, you have U.S. stocks with pricing power and new technology. Of course, there's a lot of companies that fit this criteria. So pretty much this Japan situation is very, very bearish for the many people that save cash in the United States. Most people would rather take a guaranteed loss long-term in cash versus short-term volatility in stocks or any other kind of asset. But if you open your eyes, all the evidence suggests that that's actually the worst way to go. Now, let me contradict myself a little bit, at least over a short to medium-term time frame. If the Federal Reserve here in the U.S. decides, hey, you know what, we're not going to help Japan, and Japan is forced to dump treasuries, well, that's going to mean that a lot of the assets here in the United States and commodities as well are going to go like this. Why? Well, because in that situation, you'd see a spike in U.S. yields. That's going to hurt growth stock multiples. That's going to hurt the housing market. That's going to slow innovation. That's going to slow investment and basically slow or destroy the valuation of anything sensitive to borrowing costs. Now, with Trump as president and the way that he's reworking the Fed, this is very unlikely to pan out. However, it does suggest that you need to be watching the situation closely because what the Fed does and how much they intervene in Japan is going to directly impact your returns over the coming years. So, number one, watch the yen. If you see continued yen strength against the dollar, that's a sign that intervention is working and we could see further dollar weakness. Two, watch Japanese bond yields. If the 30-year yield keeps melting faces and getting higher, that's a sign the situation is getting worse, not better. And three, position accordingly. Consider exposure to assets that benefit from dollar weakness and currency volatility. This is not a time to be asleep at the wheel. You have to be paying attention to everything that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Jake has been spewing, that this all goes down in Japan. Japan's just, everyone's kind of got eyes on there, so it makes me wonder if the catalyst isn't actually Japan, you know, because yet again, look over here, and it's something else popping off. No one knows, you know, we're all sitting in anticipation. But historically, every single asset that goes truly parabolic, gold, silver, crypto, stocks, has eventually corrected hard or crashed, okay? There's really no exceptions. Tulip bulbs in 1600s dot-coms, gold, silver spikes, crypto 2017 and 2021 runs. That's just how unsustainable overbought moves work. Gravity always wins in the end. One thing I know right now, crypto is one of the only assets in oversold, completely suppressed territory and most primed for the economic shock I think we're about to see. I agree to a certain extent that I think crypto, just whenever you know, like in your gut and you know what you hold, and you just see that flat line, like silver, flat, years, and then eventually, whenever we're sitting flat for a long time in crypto, that's just that seems like a pressure valve ready to absolutely rip your face off. But who knows? Yet again, never financial advice. Look at our boys. Well, not my boys. Look at our boys. I feel like this guy just photoshopped himself in. I don't even know who that is. Brandon Lutnick, aka Howard Lutnick's son. I forget Howard Lutnick's. What is his role? Secretary Treasury, something like that? No, he's not Treasury. What the hell is he? He's Trump's right hand man. One of them. Him and Scott Bessent. Tether's launch of USAT is a historic step forward for the digital asset ecosystem in the US. Cantor began working with Tether because we recognized early the power of stablecoins to reshape global payments. Over the years, Cantor has been proud to serve as a custodian, advisor, investment banker, and friends to Paolo Ardonio and the entire Tether team, including on industry-leading projects like 21. In that time, stablecoins have successfully enabled hundreds of millions of people around the world to manage savings, make everyday purchases, and move money instantly across borders. With more than $180 billion in issued tokens, Tether is the mainstay of the global digital dollar. And if it were a country, Tether would be one of the largest holders of U.S. treasuries. That is insane, dude. And they're now one of the largest accumulators of gold, dude, compared to some central banks, is what it was saying. So USAT is the next chapter, a genius-compliant U.S.-first stablecoin designed to bring the most proven digital dollar platform into the world's most important financial market. At a time when global trade and remittances are increasing exponentially, the U.S. is the largest source of remittance flows globally. Today, those flows are slow, expensive, and fucking fragmented. The launch of USAT introduces a modern payment rail that enables faster settlement, lower costs, and global reach. He's talking as if like USDC and RLUSD are not like insanely regulated and have conditional bank charters going on. Like, I don't know. Something about it just stinks. This whole Tether thing has stunk from the beginning, you know? So congratulations to Paolo. All right, we don't care about that. USAT has been a long time coming. Since September 12th. Long time coming. There was someone also posting that Tether they have until 2027, because that's when the Genius regulations kind of fully kick in. So they still have a few things on the board to do. I thought this was interesting because we saw, I forget who from the EU, some woman going around, oh, we're getting a new trade deal with India, all this shit. And then here we go with Circle. Now open on Circle Payments Network, EU and India payouts with Sabre Money. Sabre expands CPN coverage across key corridors connecting stablecoins to local payment rails in Europe and India. New corridors, same network standards. Very interesting, very coincidental timing, you know? Yo, shout out Seamus with the $10 super chat. Absolute goat, bro. I appreciate that. Just for you, look at this. U.S. leadership in crypto innovation. Yeah, well, how about we get some legislation first, and then maybe we can worry about that. So, here we go. I wanted to hear about this. Him talking about how this is never, well, it will get done. It's just, it's gonna take a long time because, the government doesn't want to fucking do anything because they're fighting for the banks.
Attention. There was last week there was a bit of back and forth regarding the Clarity Act. We saw some of the sort of large industry players like a Coinbase kind of, retract a little bit from there, talk about how banks are kind of doing what banks do. I'm interested in just how do you see us moving forward to get clarity across the finish line?
It's going to be a battle.
Well, it's going to take a lot of conversations. It's going to require some folks to make difficult decisions that might hurt one part of their business, but ultimately will allow the rest of their business to thrive. And that's on both sides of it. It's not just exchanges. It's traditional bank players. It's broker dealers. It's folks writing DeFi code. Ultimately, we are moving in the right direction, and we are trying to keep everybody on the boat, recognizing that it's not going to be perfect. No one's going to walk away 100% satisfied, but that's the nature of compromise. And
I like what Mr. Wonderful said back when he was on Shark Tank before he was a complete sellout. He goes, a good deal is when both parties hurt a little bit.
Negotiation.
Those are the best deals.
Step back, zoom out, recognize that there's a lot of goodness in this bill that will provide the regulatory certainty, will equip regulators with the authorities that they need in order to do appropriate rulemakings in a post-Chevron world. That's critically important. And
Chevron.
I think overall, folks recognize that this is a step in the right direction.
All right, typical political speak. Oh, well, we're going in the right direction. It's just they took a snow day the other day, so they delay. These people have more vacation time than they fucking work, dude. It's incredible. This is sketching me out. I will admit, I'm getting nervous now in terms of this potential upcoming precious metals pullback, because now we got Mr. Baldy Lex Luthor. There's nothing wrong with being bald. It's just he even emphasizes it with his little NFT guy. So whenever I see that, I'm just like, bald. PSA, you can trade precious metals on Coinbase. Silver, gold, copper, and platinum futures are available on Coinbase. That worries me. Now I've been seeing them get involved. They want to capitalize on the raging FOMO. The FOMO is what appears to be. But if you guys are telling me, and it's true, that the metal dealers are not paying what they should be paying because they're expecting a pullback or whatever the market dynamic of that is actually going on under the hood. Seeing this and then seeing CNBC at least tweet. They're starting to tweet about silver a little more than they used to. And that's making me nervous. And Jim Cramer coming in, don't buy silver, but gold's going to keep going up. A lot of interesting. Yeah, here we go. Silver is retail traders' new obsession as record numbers bet on a rally and on a crash. The fact that they're even covering all this is interesting to me. Yeah, let me get some of this. Some Paul Baron, dude. Shout out Paul Baron. It's Paul Barron, Mike. I know, motherfucker.
Seen Besant jump into this because he is very pro stablecoins in general, and stablecoins essentially are going to be in a position where they're propping up the U.S. dollar via treasuries.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, a little known thing that happened at the start of this administration in early January, the White House sat down with some crypto industry leaders and said, we're going to prioritize stablecoin legislation and then move to market structure legislation. The sole reason for that was because of the strength of the dollar and what the expansion of the dollar can mean for the U.S. economy. They want everyone, whether you're in Venezuela or Argentina, or if you're in Hong Kong or Singapore, they want everyone accessing the dollar through US-backed stablecoins. They want the US-backed stablecoin to be the new reserve currency of the digital world. And that's why we started with stablecoin legislation. It wasn't just, market structure is more complicated. We'll do that second. It was, no. We're going to prioritize the Genius Act. We're going to get that done. And then we'll move to market structure. And that was a call from Secretary Besant and the administration.
Scott Besant, he's the Besant. Mining stocks have been on a tear, with gold passing $5,000. Analysts are split on what's next. Whenever we got CNBC talking about it, yet again, you got to sit there and twiddle your thumbs a little bit, twiddle your evil-looking mustache. You got to go, why? Just in, Robinhood to enable 24/7 trading and self-custody with tokenized stocks. We knew that was coming. I forget Vlad. I think Vlad's his name. The dude who runs Robinhood. He's always been pro-crypto and tokenization, all that. Fidelity, $5.9 trillion Fidelity Investments is launching its own stablecoin. That also seemed inevitable, nothing crazy. Scottie Pippen being a class action weirdo, as per always. I forget if it was him when he was on stage with Michael Saylor, and he mentioned that he met Satoshi, and Michael Saylor went, and he looked at him, he's like, what the fuck you just say? The weirdo. It's 1:52 a.m. I just woke up from a dream. I haven't seen Satoshi in a while. All he said was, I'm about to wake it up. And then I woke. And weirdo, what are you even talking about? And then DAI, he's just like, what the hell is this guy saying? Amazon's firing 16,000 employees. Cool with that. This is Trump talking about the massive armada heading towards Iran, however you want to say it. And Judy Shelton. Judy posted this on November 2024. Thinking something like that, but in 2026. Stay tuned. What is she thinking in 2026? Well, in 1971, Nixon abolished the gold standard. 2024, we introduce it? Question mark. Judy's thinking something along that line happens in 2026. Shout out Judy. And this was another circuit in the courts. Ripple Victory Court officially shuts down the class action lawsuit. I didn't even know that was still going on. It's insane. It never stops. Charles yet again screaming about a whole lot of nothing. I don't know if we can ever trust this guy with anything.
February is going to be a very crazy month. We got some stuff going on. Can't talk about it now, but you're going to see. It's going to be fun. February is going to be a very crazy month.
Yeah, it's always a crazy month. It's always a crazy month with Charles, bro. Always. All right. I'm thinking crypto's got a lot of catching up to do right now. You feel me? While Bitcoin's grinding around 88 to 89K, gold is smashing records and silver's on an absolute tear. They're both outperforming crypto hard in this window amidst macro uncertainty and safe haven flows. Precious metals are stealing the spotlight, but crypto's consolidation feels like accumulation before the next explosive leg up. Exactly what it feels like. And the S&P reaching new all-time highs. But Peter Schiff brought up an interesting point to me. I mean, it's not that he's the only one, but you know, this is all kind of in reference to the dollar, but when you reference it in terms of gold as being, I don't know, it's just everything's a mess. Everything's a mess, you know. Will everything ever not be a complete and total mess? We got to wait and find out on this next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And it's just look at that chart. Not that that's the S&P chart, but the day will come, I believe, for XRP. Dude, I remember that 2017 bull run. That thing blew your balls off, blew them backwards, bro. So it was hitting you back like a complete 180. It went all the way. Torture. Absolute torture. Where's everyone buying their gold and silver from? Your mother. No, I'm just joking. I have a tungsten mining stock. Stablecoins are basically 1-to-1 USD, so what's the point? It's to prop up the dollar because they need someone to buy the treasuries. Part of it, at least. Chevron doctrine, yeah, not the gas company. Yeah, I figured it was something else. All right. Let me see. Yo, Mike, how do I send the moon chart to you? Tag me on Twitter. Just tag me on Twitter. That's it. You guys can follow me on Twitter, or X. I still call it Twitter. Be sure to follow me on there. I think the link is in the description. Stay up to date, kind of. You know, if I ever want to announce some shit. Boyaka 619. Boyaka 619. Hold up. I'm pulling something up, Jamie. Jamie, pull that up, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What is that? What is that? Guys, be sure to support on Patreon. Link in the description below. You could join our group, the Minutemen. Exclusive videos there weekly. My guy. We're going to get exclusive live streams up there. We're building the Discord up over there. Best place to fund the channel, too. Just if you want more YouTube videos and live streams and shit, that's the best place to do it. Allows me to keep going. And I think that's all we got for today. The Fed's meeting at 2:30. Not expecting nothing from that. Tomorrow we'll try to tap in with the Clarity Act markup type shit. And that's it. That's it. I will see you guys in the next one.